As a young girl, I lost my father at the age of 8 and I gained admission into the University of Benin at the age of 16, which implied that I had to rely on my older siblings for sponsorship because at the time my mom was really strong and she could not do much. So I had to rely on them for money, for my upkeep, for school fees, and everything that I needed money for. So I had to do something by the side. And that was how I started the sales of Indomie and eggs with recharge cards in the hostel. Yes, I was in the hostel, school hostel, and I was still able to sell these things just to at least fend for myself. And funny enough, at the time I was making about 7 to 10,000 naira every month, and I'm talking about 2011. If you check the exchange rate at the time, 165 naira to $1, and right now exchange rate is about 1617, depending on the fluctuations. So if we are going by today's exchange rate, we can actually say that I was making about 70 to 100,000 naira every month, because that is about times 10, right? So I was making about 70 to 100,000 naira every month, and trust me, it really helped me greatly, because there were times that I would ask for money and it would not come as at when I needed it. You see, that money that I was having at the side, it was what helped me to keep my head straight in school, because it was not just easy at all, but God helped me through it all. So when I'm talking about small businesses, I have been there. I have done small businesses to be able to support myself, and that is why in this video I'm going to be sharing with you small businesses that you can start with as little as 50,000 naira or even less in some cases, and your need for urgent 2k is going to reduce drastically. And you know that there's this popular saying that you don't just do what you're passionate about, but be passionate about what you do, because in that you're going to build a culture of excellence, you're going to build resilience, you're going to form habits that will impact you greatly when you have the bigger opportunities. So do not despise your days of little beginnings, because it all counts to whoever you're going to be in the future. It all counts in your journey. And the first business that I want to talk about is the laundry business. Yes, from your house, you can start up your laundry business, from your hostel, from anywhere that you are. Start up your laundry business with as little as 50,000 naira, and from there you can grow it. So I advise that you use your Canva, use the free version of Canva to create a flyer, put it on your WhatsApp status, tell your friends to help you repost. You can equally tell people around you that, okay, this is what you are doing right now. And from there, trust me, you can build it into something bigger. But what I want to tell you about this business is, for you to be able to build a good client base that can make you grow into even employing other people to join you, what you need to do is to stick to your words. So if your customer gives you a job, some clothes to wash and all that, and you give them a particular time to come and pick it up, stick with that time. Try, I know sometimes there could be life problems, but just try to make sure that you stick with that time, because it will not be funny when they come and the clothes are not ready. You will just be losing customers and you will not be able to grow that business. So in as much as, oh, we need small money to start a business, you need the right attitude to be able to build your client base. And one of it is excellent customer service. Trust me, with excellent customer service, it doesn't matter if you are doing a 50,000 naira business. With time, you are going to build it into something very big. So when they give you a job to do, what you do is that you stick with your time, and when they come, their clothes are ready for pickup, and trust me, they are going to refer people to you. The second business that I want to talk about is the POS business. I have equally done this business and I know how profitable it is. I was using Kudi at the time, which is now Number. On a bad day, you can make 5,000, and on very good days, you can make 10, 15 to 20,000 naira, depending on how busy the area is. So with your 50,000 naira, you can start your POS business. All you need to do is to liaise with the bigger shops around you. If there are filling stations around you, those bigger shops, just let them know that you're doing POS. Depending on how you relate with them, right? Some are going to give you the cash for free, you just transfer to them, but others will ask for a token, which is okay. It's all business. So once your money runs out, you can go back to them and they'll give you cash. Now there is someone I actually patronize at the market. When I go to the market, sometimes I want to withdraw as much as 500,000 if I have something I'm doing with cash, right? So what I do, because I have this particular girl that I'm always withdrawing from, I sometimes will transfer to her, because she doesn't have the cash to give to me. So I will transfer to her and go inside to make purchases, and before I return, she would have gathered the money round and then give it to me. So she doesn't have up to 500,000, but because she has developed this, good relationship with me, right? I just know that she's not going to run away with my money. I mean, that is where she does her business. So when I transfer to her, she goes around to, source for the money. She gets her cut, she gets her pay, right? Everybody is happy. I collect my cash and then I go. So with your 50,000 naira, you can actually start your POS business. Just maintain a smile. It doesn't matter the number of people that are doing it. People are going to gravitate to you based off on how you treat them, how you make them feel, just those little discussions of how was your day, just smile and be nice to them. It doesn't matter if there are 10 people that are doing it, people will come to you. I can remember when I was doing POS business as well, some people would just come to me and I already know their pains. That was how good our relationships were. They would just tell me their pains because they just felt safe around me because of how I treated them, because of how we related. So your great and excellent customer relationship is very important in any and every business that you are doing. So 50,000 naira can actually start your POS business. And then the third one I want to talk about is the beauty services. And this time around, I am specifically talking about guillotine and being a nail technician. Yes, with 50,000 naira, you can start up that business. Your services will be greatly needed during the weekends. So with your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you can be doing other things. And then from like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you'll be having what much patronage, because that is when people go to parties and all that. That 50,000 naira is just for you to buy maybe like one or two gilly, tie it, take a picture of it, put it on your WhatsApp status, let everybody know that you are doing gilly. Let it be on your status every day. Losing it, tie another one, put it on your status, tell your friends to help you repost. So with 50,000 naira, you can actually become a nail technician as well. And you know how profitable it is being a nail technician. Guys, you will be smiling to the bank, and it's a very good business to start. Am I going to forget about food business? The business that can never fail is food business. As long as you know how to cook, if you're gifted in that area, please, you can start selling food. For those that are going to offices, schools, and then they just need to grab something for breakfast, you are there to render that service to them. As well as those that are returning in the evenings that are too tired to cook, of course, you are there to make that service available to them. So food business is one business that can never fail. It is very profitable. You can eat from there. So hunger problem is out of the way. And then you gather your profits, to expand your business. And so with 50,000 naira, you can start food business. The next one I'm going to be talking about is soap production. You and I use soap every day in our kitchens, for laundry and all that. So soap business is one business that you can start even with as low as 20,000 naira, 10,000 naira, depending on the bulk that you're starting with, right? Just imagine if you're making even as little as 100 naira to 150, 200 naira profit, depending on the quantity, right? And multiply it by 20 sales a day, and I know you can even make more than that in a day, especially when people already know that you are into, soap production. I always emphasize, go to Canva, use it to design your flyer so that it looks professional, put it on your WhatsApp status, let people know that you're making soap. Sometimes you can even show your process, put it on your story, let people know that you are into soap making, and you're going to be getting referrals, especially if it is good. And if you say, oh, you don't know how to make soap, there are tons and tons of videos on YouTube that can actually educate you, teach you how to make soap for free from the comfort of your home. So you don't have any excuse. If you have as little as 10,000 naira right now, you can go to the market, watch a YouTube video after now, go to the market, buy the things that you need to do and practice, right? And then from there, get cans and then start selling it. It is that simple. This is one good business that you should not sleep on. So let's talk about my own business that I started when I was in school, which is the sales of Indomie and eggs. Now, when I was doing mine, I wasn't cooking it because I didn't have the time as a student to do that. So I was just selling it from my room, and my God bless my roommates that were helping me also to sell it when I wasn't around, right? But this time around, I'm talking about you making the noodles because you have the time, right? Making noodles and selling it. It is very, very, very profitable. So with as low as 50,000 naira, you can actually start the noodles preparation, and then you can grow up from there. The next business I want to talk about also is sales of snacks. You know that people will always consume snacks. People will always consume snacks from time to time. So if you have knowledge in making of meat pie, egg roll, chin chin, What are you still waiting for? It's a good time to start this business with just 50,000 naira. You can start making it in your small quantities, put it in a show glass, and people will buy. So if you have that knowledge and you're sitting at home, you're telling yourself, I don't know what to do, you have something to do. Start the sales of snacks and thank me later. Also, you can add your Zobo and pure water to it. Yes, when I buy snacks, I want to take a drink with it. And if your Zobo tastes really nice, people are going to buy. Zobo and pure water business is another one that you don't want to sleep on if you're considering a business within 50,000 naira budget. So let me know down in the comment section which of the business that I have mentioned so far that you're going to consider. And then my next point is the thrift business. Yes, the sales of thrift. So with 50,000 naira, you can actually, look for someone to partner with and buy in bales, because you know that bales are not sold for 50,000, right? But you can look for somebody who you can actually share with. Sometimes 4 people buy a bale, you know, because there are some bales that go for 200, 250, 300, depending on the qualities, right? Discuss with people around to know those that are equally interested that you can share a bale with, and of course, you can start something from there. Do you know that you don't need so much before you can start the sales of body sprays and oil perfume? I know this for a fact because as a student, we had other students, right, who were selling oil perfumes and body sprays. And when you develop a good relationship with your supplier, they can even begin to give you more. After sales, you can now return the money to them. But maybe at the beginning, it may not be so, but you may have to, just build that relationship, and then with time they can trust you to give you more products for you to sell, and then you can then return the money to them. So 50,000 naira is a good one to start with if you're considering going into oil perfume and body spray. Thank you so much guys for your time on the channel. Let me know in the comments if there is anyone that you're planning to start, and if there is anyone that really got to you. Of course, I would love to know your thoughts down in the comment. And this video here is going to be expanding on what we have already discussed here about 7 side hustles that you can equally consider. So check it out to know the ones that I missed out on this particular episode. Thank you so much guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, equally like this video, and share to somebody that you know is going to be interested in this kind of content. Thank you so much guys, and see you